Ladies and gentlemen, I feel deeply honored to be here on this memorable occasion of the flagging of this marvelous coffee table book, Sashakt Bharat, under the aegis of the Abhyudaya Vatsalya. The book, which chronicles the amazing story of India's growth and evolution, serves a felt significant need. Heartiest congratulations to Shri Shailesh Haribhakti, Shri Kripa Shankar Tiwari, Shri Alok Ranjan Tiwari, Shri Navneet Munot, Vidyaji Shah, Purviji Seth for conceptualizing and bringing forth this notable volume. I believe that giants, leaders, and men and women of eminence are all there at a point in time as transients. Not so a nation. Its history, its years of glory, its road bumps, its challenges must be chronicled and captured for prosperity. For us, 70 years of independence is an epochal event. Generations present and future must be enlightened on the prismatic refractions of our nation and leaders who paved the historic path. Gandhiji, Pandit Nehru, Shri Narasimha Rao, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Dr. Manmohan Singh, to cite a few. A leader like our Honorable PM, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has now infused India with renewed energy and ambition. Sashakt Bharat is a great and fitting tribute to our Prime Minister's far-sighted vision, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. A veritable encyclopedia, it is both educative and awe-inspiring. When Shri Shailesh Haribhakti met with us recently, he extolled the immense contribution made by three visionary, iconic leaders across four generations in the development of our nation. He was alluding to my grandfather-in-law, Puja Shri Ghanshyam Das Ji Birla, my husband, Aditya ji, and over a quarter of a century, my son, Kumar Mangalam. Shailesh ji and Shri Alok Ranjan Tiwari felt strongly that I should at least give a helicopter view of their pride in the nation. For it was this pride, the passion, and the love for India which goaded them to partner the nation on its path to progress and become a force for good. It is with immense sense of humility that I recount a bit of our family's history. It all began way back in the 1940s with my grandfather-in-law, Puja Ghanshyam Das Ji Birla. He truly embodied the philosophy of simple living and high thinking. This philosophy also shaped his thinking on business and the role business plays in society. He was a close confidant of Mahatma Gandhiji. Gandhiji's nationalist fervor and the trusteeship concept deeply influenced him. He never looked upon himself as the owner of a business empire, but instead as a custodian of society's wealth. And this explains why the philosophy of giving and caring have been deeply rooted in the DNA of our group. While doing so, Dadoji followed the principle of Guptan, which our family respects even today. In many ways, Dadoji was an architect of independent India. His business instincts were led by what was good for the country. Every action of his embodied the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat, long before this phrase caught the imagination of people. He was one of the key stalwarts to give shape to independent India's industrial ambitions. Following his footsteps, Aditya took it a step further. Shackled by the licensed Raj, he went beyond the country's frontiers, planting the Indian flag high on the business map of Southeast Asia. He established India's first truly multinational corporation. At home, he aggressively promoted vocational training centers, thus spawning skills training long before it was a voice on the CSR front. Kumar Mangalam took Indian business to the next level. He built Brand India, taking India to the world, setting up plants, acquiring plants in Europe, the USA, Latin America, the Africas, the Middle East, and other far flung countries. The Indian flag flows high in 36 countries. This was a turning point in our history, earning, as it did, a newfound respect for India and Indian products. Thanks to the endeavors of business groups like Tata's, Birlas, and many others, India is a force to reckon with on the global scene. A lot of good is on the horizon. India is a sweet spot. We stand on the cusp of the country's leap economically and socially. India is forecast to be the largest economy with an estimated growth at 7 to 8%. The specter of poverty is no longer looming so large. A World Bank policy paper estimates that now only 10% of our people live in extreme poverty. A unique combination of forces, including technological advances and a slew of government initiatives, have led to this situation. The government's digital services have been a boon as it has linked the poor with an electronic identity that enables them to access the economic reforms, ensuring direct real-time digital welfare system. Even as challenges stem from the global scenario, we will witness an upshift based on three levers. First, the government is sworn to capex, for instance, the $1.5 trillion national infrastructure pipeline. Second, the requisite modification of the balance sheets of banks and corporates, setting the stage for a strong recovery in the capex cycle. Thirdly, the productive churn resultant from digitization, not to miss our demographic dividend. Together in motion, these will lead to India becoming an economic superpower like no other in the world, rooted in values and global vision. As a proud Indian, I'm heartened by our country's progress. We are the world's largest democracy. India stands out for its plurality. Home to one-sixth of the world's population, India is a unique mix. A significant thread that binds us all together is not only our diversity, but a sense of shared culture. At the time of its birth, India was the boldest experiment. Its boldness was expressed in ushering an adult franchise democracy. The right to vote was caste, creed, race, and class agnostic. No other nation ever embarked on such a path. India's 75th Independence Day is thus rather unique as we continue to be largely united and undivided. We continue to be reckoned as a vibrant, dynamic nation on the move. 25 years hence, I envisage India to be the top of the world. Thank you.